Hello, Carter County, Oklahoma Police Forces. I have a simple question for you. Um, did you fake Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s death in the year, February 18th, 2001, and use this as a method to torture me and put me in jail and mental hospitals and lie about me and use defamation of character upon my name to make it where I'm homeless in your city in the year 2026? Did you fake my daughter's death? Did you conspire with the citizens of Carter County, Oklahoma to fake my daughter's death? Use this to hide the truth. Use your police forces to hide the truth while you put me in jail and mental hospitals, made it where I cannot work in my career field of electronics and software development so that you could torture me to homelessness? Carter County, Oklahoma Police Force. Did you have multiple people fake their deaths so that you could pretend like it was just a joke to what you had done? Like, did you fake my daughter's death? The former Carter County Sheriff Harvey Burkhart, did you fake his death? Did you fake Dale Earnhardt's death? Did you fake Michael Jackson? Prince, the entertainer, did you fake his death? Whitney Houston, did you fake her death? Owen Hart, the wrestler, Eddie Guerrero, the wrestler, did you have them fake their deaths to cover up the crimes in which your police have been committing towards me? Are you, the police of Oklahoma, Carter County, I should say, the police of Carter County, Oklahoma, hoping that you can use the fact that many people are involved in this conspiracy so that you cannot go to jail for committing crimes towards me? Because, even though you might have faked multiple deaths, you might have faked, the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks, what you did to me is real. You really did put me in jail. You really did make me homeless. I really have had to live on the streets. I really have done everything in my power to make you tell the truth. I really don't have a job. I really cannot work anywhere. I am stalked by people from Carter County, Oklahoma, everywhere I go. They follow me everywhere I go so they can try to use defamation of character on my name so that nobody will investigate the Oklahoma Carter County Police Forces. In fact, I was at the Mama T's homeless shelter in November of 2022, right after I got out of the Murray County Jail. I went there during the Thanksgiving time frame, and I left on Thanksgiving. Um, there was a person who showed up there, and he called himself Two Stumps. I didn't know who he was. I only talked to him one morning. I woke up early in the morning. I went out front to where the TV was, and I got one of the movies I had. It was a Superman movie I had. It was the one Justice League, where Superman was dead and then he came back to life. And we sat there and we watched it. I just put it. I saw him says, "Hey, you want me to put a movie?" And he said, "Sure." So I put it in a movie that I had, and I put it in that one. And watched it for a little while, and then he got up and he left. And then I didn't see him again. He left that day. I don't even know what his real name is. Here's the crazy thing. That was in November of 2022. After that, I was on probation. I got off probation. I went to Vietnam. I met Trin. And I'm trying to get back to her, but your cops won't tell the truth. So I come back to America. I go all over the United States of America. First place, St. Louis, Missouri. I go down there. Um, there's people there that know who I am, and what they're doing is they're trying to act like this is a joke when it's not. This is not a joke what you guys are doing to me and what you've done to me. You really faked my daughter's death. You're hiding the truth using color law to make me homeless. Um, I went to multiple other places, but around that next April of 2020, I'm trying to think, 2024, April of 2024, when the tornado hit Sulphur, Oklahoma. That's the one. When it hit Sulphur, Marietta, and Ardmore. I was in Seattle. Now, here's the crazy thing about me being in Seattle. As soon as I landed at the airport at Seattle, I got on a train to go downtown. As I'm riding on this little train heading downtown, as their public transit train. Um, First, I'm sitting by myself. One lady comes in, sits on one side, way over on the other side. Another lady sits on the other side, way on the other side, away from her. I'm just kind of sitting in the middle, thinking, minding my own business. And the next stop, this guy gets on. He looks. He points at the lady. He points at me, and he goes, like that, right? I recognized him. That was Two Stumps. How did he know I was on that train? Because I don't even know his real name. He's a big, giant guy. And what he had told me, why he called himself Two Stumps is what he said down at the Mama T's. He said they call me Two Stumps. And he looked at me and said, "You know why they call me Two Stumps?" And I was getting ready to say, "I don't know, maybe you like to go fishing." And he says, "I call him Two Stumps." He said he calls himself Two Stumps because you can keep hitting him, he'll just keep standing there. That's what he said, and I believe it because he's a big giant guy. Anyway, how did he know who I was, and how did he know I was in Seattle when I got there? He got on the stop just before I got off. I got off at Union Station. He got off at Union Station. The two ladies got off Union Station. They both went towards him. I went the other direction. And I stopped, turned around, and looked, and he was upset because I didn't go his way for some reason. How did he know I was going to be in Seattle? Because I didn't tell him. I don't even know his name. I don't have his phone number. In fact, I know I'm monitored by the real FBI. I monitored everything, my phone, my internet access. I'm 100% monitored by the real FBI. I know you're monitoring me too. I know you are. You won't admit it. But the real FBI is monitoring me, and the real FBI is monitoring you. I just want you to know I really turned you into the real FBI because you're going to be arrested for conspiracy against rights and deprivation of rights under Colorado law, torture, failure to intervene. There's a lot of stuff that they're going to arrest you for. I can't arrest you. You already know that. What you'll do is you'll come threaten me, stalk me, try to terrorize me, torture me, and you will beat me down, even though you say that's not what you do. It is what you do. The real FBI puts you in jail for constitutional violations. These are serious because normal cops will say, "Oh, that's just a civil rights violation." In this case, the civil rights violation can get you 10 to 20, and some people might get life for attempted murder. Anyway, I don't know. I don't handle that, but if your judges handled this case, they would throw it out. I have a feeling they're going to use federal judges that are impartial to Carter County, Oklahoma. But I don't know. I can't control that. Just like you can't control that the FBI is investigating you and Vince, Trevor, whatever your real name is, Greg Johnson's cousin, the FBI agent in Ardmore. You're really under investigation, and you're going to be arrested for what you've done to me and plotted against me ever since I was at least 11 years old. Anyway, have a good day. And hey, Mr. Vince F. Trevor, FBI agent, you guys should have let the whole world know that Jim Croce was pulled out of that dungeon in Louisiana. He was being held by that sheriff and his tongue was cut out. I was at that Mimi's restaurant in Purcell, Oklahoma. And your dad's the one who pulled that phone out of his pocket, that little tiny cell phone around 1978, 79. And I was like, what is that? Where's the cord? I kept saying that. But your dad grabbed that phone and he said, "Get that off the air. We can't have people knowing Jim Croce got pulled out of a dungeon. He's supposed to be dead." And then after he said that, the other cop, he's like, "More time in a bottle, more like time in a dungeon." And then he started laughing. Now, about the time frame that happened, I was in Madill, Oklahoma around the fifth grade. That was about the time frame because I was in that band. I was in a middle school band, fifth grade band. I sure was playing saxophone. And I bought an album for that band teacher, and it was Jim Croce because he liked Jim Croce. That's about the time I found out Jim Croce was really still alive because he got pulled out of a dungeon and that sheriff had cut his tongue out. The daughter's the one who turned her father in because she didn't want anything to do with going to jail because of what her daddy had done. And Vince, that was your dad who said that. And ever since then, ever since that day, you have been on my back because I heard what your daddy did. I was there. I was a witness. And you've been all over me ever since then, haven't you, Vince? FBI agent from Ardmore, Oklahoma. I don't know your real name. I just know you're related to Greg Johnson from Garner County Deputy Sheriff here in Lone Grove, Oklahoma. You're related to Aaron Price, who is the owner of my house now. I mean, it was my house, and she bought it from April after you guys had me, kicked out of Travis County, Texas, because everywhere I go, one of your cronies is stalking me, right? Vince or Trevor, whatever your real name is. You're also related to Jeff Hunt from Lone Grove, Oklahoma, I believe. Anyway, I'm gonna go now because it's time to upload this video and get you in some trouble. Vince, Trevor, Greg Johnson, Jeff Hunt, Sean Finnerty. You're all friends, and you conspired to do this to me, and you know you did, and you're using the color of the law to hide what you have done. Bye, guys.